What you're looking at here is so much more than just a new vehicle. The move to all-electric motorcycles by some of the world's most elite forces, well, it's a fundamental shift in tactical mobility. It's all about becoming a ghost on the battlefield.
For decades, this was the huge unsolved problem. Special ops forces, they needed the agility of a dirt bike to get into tight spots, but the roar of a gas engine was a dead giveaway. I mean, as this quote says, they were just way too noisy for secret missions. What good is speed if everyone can hear you coming?
And that really brings us to the core question, doesn't it? In today's world, it's not just about ducking behind a tree. You're trying to dodge incredibly sophisticated sensors that can pick up heat, sound, even vibrations from miles away. So how on earth do you move fast and stay completely invisible?
So let's really dig into this problem of noise. Your traditional military vehicles, for all their muscle, they might as well be screaming, "Here I am!" They're loud, they run hot, and in the kind of rough terrain where these operators work, that makes them a massive liability. And this right here, this is a perfect example of what the military calls a capability gap. Think about it. On one hand, you've got your slow, super stealthy foot patrols. On the other, you've got your fast but incredibly loud armored vehicles. For years, there was just nothing that could do both, give you speed and stealth. And hey, here's a fun way to think about it that actually makes a ton of sense. It doesn't matter if you're sneaking up on an enemy outpost or trying to get away from zombies, the number one rule is exactly the same. Be quiet. Noise gets you noticed, and getting noticed gets you killed. It's that simple. So what's the answer? Well, it's something that feels like it's pulled straight from a sci-fi movie, the all-electric tactical motorcycle. And as we're about to see, this isn't just a minor upgrade, it's a complete revolution for covert ops. I mean, this comparison really says it all, doesn't it? Just look. On the left, you've got everything that can ruin a stealth mission. Loud noise, a massive heat signature, and a complicated fuel supply line. And on the right, with an electric bike like the Zero MMX, all those problems just vanish. It's a total paradigm shift. So let's talk about that number, 55 decibels. That's not just quiet for a motorcycle. That's crazy quiet for any vehicle. To put that in perspective, we're talking about the same volume as a normal conversation or your refrigerator humming in the kitchen. On a battlefield with all the background noise, it's practically silent. And here is the heart of the beast, the Z-Force powertrain. Now, what's so genius about it is its simplicity. There are no gears to shift, no clutch, no oil, no gas to spill. For an operator who's deep in some hostile, remote environment, that means one thing above all else: reliability. It just works. Plus, you get all that power instantly. No revving up, just pure, immediate acceleration. And believe me, this is not just some civilian bike that they painted green. It has been built from the ground up for combat. Being able to swap a dead battery for a fresh one in less than a minute, that's a total game changer. Keyless ignition means you can go from 0 to gone in seconds. Oh, and it can literally drive through a meter of water. These are the kinds of features that save lives. And with no gas or exhaust, there's practically no scent to give you away either. So we have the technology, but how does this actually change the game on the ground? Let's take a look at the brand new tactical playbook this thing opens up. The uses really boil down to 3 main missions. First, reconnaissance. You can sneak a scout miles behind enemy lines, completely unheard, to watch or even call in an airstrike. Second, screening. You can send these bikes out ahead of your main force like a silent tripwire, warning of danger. And third, direct action. We're talking lightning-fast surprise attacks, like what we've seen with Ukrainian teams using e-bikes to hunt tanks. And don't for a second think this is just theoretical stuff. No way. U.S. Marine recon units are using these right now to train for jungle warfare. U.S. Special Operations Command has had them for years. Heck, even the LAPD uses them to patrol huge, rugged parks where a car can't go and a gas bike would be way too loud. This tech is field-proven. Okay, but let's be real. No piece of technology is a magic bullet. For all its incredible advantages, relying on battery power in a combat zone comes with its own serious set of challenges. It's all about trade-offs. I mean, yeah, the stealth is unbelievable, but the range can absolutely plummet when you're in tough terrain, especially with a fully loaded operator. Those swappable battery packs are great, but they're heavy. We're talking 40 pounds each. So carrying spares means you have to leave other critical gear behind. And trying to recharge out in the field, that's a huge logistical headache. And you don't have to take my word for it. This quote from a Marine actually using the bike says it all.
When you're not some lightweight racer but a 200-pound Marine loaded down with another 100 pounds of gear, you burn through that battery fast. It's the single biggest limitation they have to plan around.
So where does all this lead? Well, what's so fascinating is that this technology didn't just fill that old capability gap we talked about, it's actually creating a new one. It gives the forces who have it an advantage that others will seriously struggle to counter, basically rewriting the rules for covert ops.
The ultimate takeaway is this. Electric tactical bikes are a true force multiplier. They give a small team the speed of a vehicle, but the signature of a ghost. They can strike, get intel, and just disappear before the enemy even has a clue they were there. So, I want to leave you with this thought. For basically all of human history, warfare has been dictated by sound and sight. When you can completely erase your sound from the equation, you change the fundamental rules of the fight. It's not just about who has the biggest weapons anymore. It's about who can be in the right place at the right time, completely unheard.